Okay, looks like we're live. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the stream. So last time we created our witch character and actually did very well. We actually cleared from the start of the act all the way to, well, all the way through the King of the Mist and like destroyed the King of the Mist. Destroyed the King of the Mist. It wasn't even close. So this time we are going to be heading into the Ogden village, I guess it's called. Like Una's place to get her harp. We're gonna kill our way through there, head into the city, go kill the executioner, head into the ramparts, go into the mansion, kill the Act 1 boss. Then hopefully, because I think if we get to the first Act 2 boss and it bugs out again, then I'm just going to call it there like I did last time, just because I have no interest in putting up with that. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else I wanted to do. I am considering moving into a crit build with this character, which is why this is here. I don't really know if I have a lot of crit gear, though. I don't have any crit rings. I have some crit amulets. We got crit damage bonus, and crit chance. So we got one crit chance amulet. No belts. Obviously weapons are always going to have. We have a helmet. Yeah, so armor helmet. Yeah, so only one armor helmet. Yep, we have this. And we have one energy shield helmet and one armor helmet. And a few amulets. So that crit isn't really something we can... Well, let's see. That's critical damage bonus. Here, as for spells... critical damage bonus and critical damage bonus, and you are also critical damage bonus. Yeah, so for crit chance, we have this helmet, one other helmet, and one amulet. And basically nothing else. I mean, we have this one also, but this one isn't as good as the other one in terms of actually giving crit chance. And we got this one, which is better than that. Is it better than the other helmet? The other helmet was lower level, I believe. Yeah, no, 48. Yeah, this is better crit chance. Yeah, so we pretty much have nothing. We have this also. What's the energy on this? 23. So 23 energy shield for 11 crit. This is 15 energy shield plus evasion with life and rarity with 1% more crit chance. And an open slot with cold resistance. Yeah, this is garbage. I'm getting rid of this right now. Every word made it worse.
Sorry, I was just...
Okay. Yeah, so we have this helmet here. We have an amulet that we can wear. It was at like level 28, I think it was. This one? No, 35. Yeah, so we can't wear that until 35, so it's not something we can invest in now. Yeah, and it was just that, and And when it comes to port gems, I'm pretty sure. No, super critical reduces your crit chance. It's just if you crit, then it's a much bigger crit, I believe. Confirm. Super critical. Yeah, 20% less crit chance, but you have much bigger damage bonus. Like actual, yeah, ambush is like a much larger chance to crit, but the enemy has to be at full life. Yeah, can't deal criticals with that. Yeah, increased crit chance against immobilized enemies. Yeah, more chance to crit, but adds an 8-second cooldown. Inevitable critical is increased chance to crit when you don't crit until you do. And then potential, you can't generate power charges, but you consume power charges to have higher crit chance. Yeah, so that's not really something we can mess with anyway. And so if we want to mess with crit, then inevitable critical is the best one. Well, inevitable critical in ambush, you know. It'll be like, oh, they're on full life, so I have a 100% increased chance to crit. And maybe you crit, maybe you don't. If you don't, then this starts building faster. If you do, then, you know, you already got a crit, and now you are, you know, your each follow-up hit, you're building towards your next one. So this is actually a good combo. I don't know what skill we'd want to use that on, but you know, it's something that we can work with. Yeah, actually, so if we look at skill gems, which ones have implicit crit? Just those two. No, it's just this is a guaranteed chance to crit if you time it right? Yeah. It's a perfect, they call it perfect. Yeah, they have a name for it. Or maybe they just call it perfect if... Because the thing itself is called perfect strike, so... and let's look at the supports again. Perfect timing, that's what it's called. Yeah, so... Yeah, snipe is a perfect timing skill. And Sniper's Mark just makes it that you... Okay, so Sniper's Mark is like that other support that we were talking about, the one where you're building your crit chance. And once you do, like, it's actually a much bigger crit when you do crit. So, well, actually, I'm sorry. Like, this doesn't add to your chance to crit. It just makes it that when you crit, it'll be a much bigger crit. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it doesn't actually improve your chance to crit in any way. Yeah, so nothing has implicit crit then. I mean, it would have to, right? They have to have implicit crit, because if they don't have implicit crit, then what are you basing your improvements on? Yeah, critical hit chance is 11%. And we're not wearing anything that improves crit that I'm aware of. Yeah, no bonuses to crit, so using shards just has 11% crit chance. Whereas Frostbomb has 13% crit chance. Yeah, so each spell has its own implicit crit chance. Yeah, 12% on Frostbolt. 12% on Ice Nova. 10% on Orb of Storms. Yeah. .4 cast per second. Frostbomb. Lasts for 3 seconds. Freezing Shards has a 1.08 second cast time. So 0.93 cast per second. And Frostbolt is 1.4 cast per second. Yeah, so I'm not certain, but I think that the spell crit is based on, like, you know, like the implicit spell crit chance is based on the frequency at which the the base frequency at which the spell can deal damage. So, like, since Frostbomb can only deal its damage once every 3 seconds, it has the highest implicit crit chance. And since Orb of Storms can arc off multiple times per second, it has the lowest critical hit chance. With Frostbolt, Ice Nova, and Freezing Shards in the middle. Yeah, so since we can't base... Well, actually, well, maybe it does say it. It's just that you can't search the... Oops. Dang it. Maybe it does say it, you just can't search the list by it. So if we just look at spell... So... Frostbomb is a spell... Critical hit chance, yeah, you see it right there. Okay. So Unearth actually has a very high crit chance, even though it goes off pretty fast. And we're not doing physical, but that's interesting. So is it that lightning has the lowest and physical has the highest? Is that how they're doing it? So if we look at Bone Storm 15%. And if we look at Arc 9%, yeah. I think they're doing it based on the element, the damage type. So like... So physical is the highest, lightning is the lowest, because lightning has the largest ranges. And physical is the highest because of the fact that, like, it does not have the penetrating power that the others do. So then fire will be somewhere in between those. There is... Incinerate is channeled. Fireball. Here we go. 7%. Wow. So fire's the lowest. Well, I mean, that might not be the case. Because this is a projectile that reaches a spot, explodes, and does additional projectiles when it explodes. So it hits has three different things. But yeah, so it's a very potent skill, which I think is why the crit chance is so low. So let's look at Firestorm. Firestorm also 7. Flame Blast 8%. Solar Orb, 7%. Pulses every 1.4 seconds, so same as Frost Bomb, but the pulses actually deal damage, which is the difference. With Frost Bomb, the pulses cause exposure. And Incinerate doesn't have a crit chance, because it's a channeled skill. Oh, Bone Storm's channeled also. Okay, I see. Yeah, so Incinerate in Path of Exile 2 doesn't actually deal damage. Incinerate in Path of Exile 2 causes Ignite. So this is a... So Incinerate and Flame Wall are the same. Oh no. Oh no, yeah, there it is. Ignite. Yeah. Or Ember Fusillade. That should have a crit chance. Yeah, 7%. Okay, so... Okay, so Chaos and Fire are the lowest. Then Lightning, then Cold, and then Physical. That's the order of crit chance. Like, the point of this character is they are very much a fire skill build, but all of their fire skills will be dealing ice damage. Or cold damage. So cold damage build. Using fire skills, which have low crit chance. Well, I mean, like the main skill we're going to be using is a mace. Like a mace skill. Which, you know, isn't going to have any implicit crit chance because the crit chance is going to be based on the weapon that's using it. And I don't think any of the weapons that I have prepared for this character are particularly crit-centric. Yeah, 5%, 8%, 7%. Yeah, so this is like the highest crit. Well, no. This one is the highest crit. Because that's just the nature of war picks. Are that they're high crit. But, you know, that's a low-level weapon for the higher, well, higher than 22. This one is the highest crit. We're talking 7.32. If we want to get to 1 crit every 5 attacks, then need around 180% crit chance. 180%. Yeah, so between amulet and a mask, because that's tier 1. Okay, so that's a tier 1. Okay, I think we're back. The stream preview on YouTube isn't really showing anything at the moment, but I think we're back. Like, I'm not sure. Like, can I reload that? I've never tried reloading it before. 1 second. Okay, yeah, so I reloaded the preview. So it is showing that I am streaming right now. Yeah, sorry about that. That was bad. Like, I don't want to bother going and, like, complaining to my internet provider. Because, you know, what's the point? But, like, maybe there's something going on in my area. I mean, like, because here's the thing. Like, where I live, there is constant construction in this area. You know? Like, they're constantly building up a new, like, complexes and things. So, it's possible that because of all that construction that they're just, like, around this time, you know, they're, you know, like, they have, like, the local providers, like, doing something at the nodes every day at this time. I don't know. All I know is that for some reason at this time every day, my internet seems to go down. Yeah, so before that happened, we were talking about, like, whether or not it makes sense to go the crit damage route with this character. And I don't think that the crits in Path of Exile 2 like implicitly do stuff in terms of like, 'cause, 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 ' like typed damage effects. You know, like in Path of Exile 1, if you deal a critical hit with a fire spell, then you automatically ignite the enemy. If you deal a crit with an ice spell, then you automatically freeze the enemy. If you deal a crit with a lightning spell, you automatically shock the enemy, you know? But in Path of Exile 2, I don't know that it works that way. Okay. On Path of Exile 2, Ignite, like you have base Ignite based on the damage dealt. Why are the developers at Grinding Gear Games so damn stupid? Why do they do this? What the hell is wrong with them? I mean, do they not understand what the purpose of making a game where the point of the game is build diversity? Do they not get it at all? If your damage, so let's go find cold. I'm guessing cold is going to say the same shit. Cold is one of the 5 damage types. It is reduced by cold resistance. Cold hits apply chill and build up freeze. Okay, so cold is not based on the amount of cold damage. Well, I may be overstepping by saying that. Let's find chill. Here's chill. Yeah, because for fire, there's only ignite. For chill, it's broken up into chill and freeze. Cold damage from hits contributes to chill magnitude, up to a maximum slow of 50%. All hits that have any contribution to chill magnitude can chill, without requiring explicit chance to inflict, provided the magnitude meets the minimum threshold, so low damage hits may still fail to chill. Oh, Lord. Lord. Why? Why Grinding Gear Games? What is wrong with you? Why don't you understand like basic stuff? If you're making it that ignite and if the elemental ailments are based on the damage you deal, then that means that you're only supporting one build type. There are no fire damage builds and ignite damage builds. There's only fire damage builds that also ignite. There's no cold damage builds versus chill and freeze damage builds. Cold damage versus chill and freeze builds. There's only cold damage builds that also chill and freeze. You know, like, I mean, it's so basic. It's so basic. And like, what's even the point? What's the point of having ailments at all if it's not something you can build into? Like, yes, there are nodes for building into freeze and chill and ignite and shock and electrocute. But, like, these are directly saying that the damage type is what determines whether or not the thing is going to be effective at all. Why, Grinding Gear Games? Why? What's the point of this? Like, do you not understand that, again, this makes it that you don't need to bother putting any effort into working on the ailments, because by just building up as much of the damage type as possible, you're doing more than building into the ailments. This game aggravates me so much. So much in the game design choices. It makes no sense. It makes no sense that they released the game this way. All the years they've spent working on this game, and they put no thought into the actual game part of the game. They only considered, okay, so we need to make sure that we're doing things slightly different than how Path of Exile 1 did it, but not think about all the lessons we learned. Where are the lessons learned? Where are any of the lessons learned? What lesson have you learned between Path of Exile 1 and here? Because you're making all the same mistakes. Every mistake that Path of Exile made is being made here. Every single one. Where's one thing that you did better? One thing. Why does this game exist if you're not going to do everything better? Like you put all of these interviews where you're talking about how the melee is better, when the melee in this game is not better. Now, moving around and stuff is better. You definitely did a better job with moving around, characters moving around. But actually, like, doing stuff in melee is garbage in this game. It's even worse than Path of Exile 1, because at least in Path of Exile 1, there's so much broken garbage you can put into what your skills do that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that, like, melee is bad in Path of Exile 1. In this game, it matters that it's bad. It matters that it's bad because there's nothing you can do to go, okay, like, this is bad, but I can improve on the fact that it's bad because I can also do this other thing. You don't have another thing. There's no other thing. And yes, you're going to be adding other things as the game gets updated. But like this here, like, this is indicative of you not understanding the problems that you're creating. Like, you are, like, how far in is this? We have link nodes. There are link nodes in here. Where are they? Right here? Yeah, look. There's the links. Links are going to be in this game. Nobody uses links in Path of Exile 1. Nobody. But you have link nodes, which means that we are going to be getting links at some point, and that we have to understand how that plays into this game in a way that is actually worth the player's time. So if that's something that you need to consider, then why haven't you considered this yet? Where's the consideration for fire damage? Where's the consideration for cold damage? Where's the consideration for lightning damage? Why is it that if I want to have the best ignite build, I have to just do the highest damage fire damage build? Like, don't you get there's a difference? You don't understand that there's a difference between having the highest fire damage and having the highest ignite? They shouldn't be the same thing. They should, these are, like, you should be able to choose if you want to have lots of fire damage and also a lot of ignite. But you shouldn't be like having it where you're incentivizing players to only do the fire damage, because because the way that this is set up, there's no reason to build into penetrating fire resistance and increased chance to ignite. Like, you just push all, no reason for the magnitudes. Magnitudes don't matter. Like, all that matters is the damage. The damage is all that matters. You can just push all the damage, and that's everything you need, and you don't have to do anything other than that. Stop with this brain dead stuff, man. Like, Path of Exile is the most complicated ARPG ever made. The most complicated ARPG ever made. And right now, you're going, okay, we want more people to play this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them less options for how they can choose to play our game. No. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Path of Exile 1 is not as big as it is because you gave people less options. You weren't taking things away. You gave people things. The thing that this game doesn't have right now is identity. It doesn't have identity right now. There's no thing that this game, you know what thing this game has right now that other ARPGs don't have? Is it over here? No, it's not there. It's, is it that right there? Yeah, triggered spells. Meta skills and triggered spells. Now, am I saying that other games don't have this? No, I'm not actually saying that other games don't have this. I'm saying that right now, this is your identity. You know who did this better? Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn did this the best. Right now, you are encroaching on Grim Dawn territory, and you're not doing it better, and this is all your game is known for right now. Is this shit. Oh, this makes me so mad. So damn mad to see that kind of shit, man. Yeah, because I want this to be a very good game. I want it to be. And it's like every decision they make is just to piss people off. Just to be like, yeah, we decided that instead of making this a good game, we're just going to add things and not consider how those things will be experienced by the user base. You know? Like that's what this, that's like everything in this game is like is that idea. Yeah, 'cause you understand, like, the thing that made me excited to play this character was the idea that, oh, I can make a character that is using a skill in a unique way. That was the thing that made me excited to play this character. But now, ultimately, like, the way I'm seeing it now is that the character that I'm playing, like, in order to actually be, like, useful later on and do the things I want it to do, I have to invest in a ton of damage. In all the damage. It's the only thing that matters. The only thing that matters is investing in lots of damage. Where, like, the developers would go out and they'd be like, oh, we really want to see, like, players express builds in different ways. And then they designed everything around how much damage the players do. Oh, what builds are you talking about then? What are these fictional builds that you're expecting players to come up with when everything is based on the amount of damage you deal? Because when everything is based on how much damage does this do, then that means that there's only one build represented in the game, isn't there? There's only high damage build. And high damage is boring. It's so boring. Stop doing high damage builds as meta. Like, why are you acting like you want to ape the Souls games and then you're making it that everything is based on how much damage something does? Like, the Souls games aren't based on how much damage something does. Like, you weren't able to beat Ornstein and Smaug because you could deal lots of damage. Like, damage plays a role, but is not like the end-all be-all to what it means to make a build. Like, builds are about themes. Everything I do in this game, I get disappointed. Every single thing. And like the new event thing they're doing for Path of Exile 1, I'm not even going to be participating in it. I already decided I'm not going to be playing it. And the reason I'm not going to be playing it is because in order for me to, like, even though so for me, of the experimental senses that they've shown, like, there's actually quite a few that I like. Like, you know, there's quite a few. Like, I really like the Polytheist and Puppeteer Templar. I really like the Surf Strider Shadow. I really like the Behemoth Marauder. Like, I really like the Herald, the Herald Witch. Like, I really like the Gambler Duelist. Like the Daughter of Oshabi Ranger, I think is pretty cool. And I think the Scavenger Scion just sounds amazing. That sounds like the coolest class ever. The Scavenger Scion. But in order for me to participate in the event, like, I'm gonna have to delete one of my characters, because like with Path of Exile 1, you have exactly enough character slots to make one of every ascendancy. And I have one of every ascendancy. Like in Path of Exile 2, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think there's going to be, like, either they're going to use the same limit that Path of Exile 1 has, or it's just going to be some arbitrary amount, like 20 or something. Because, you know, like, because for Path of Exile 2, like, once all of the classes and ascendancies are in the game, like, you know, like, the default character limit would need to be 36 characters. And I very much doubt that they're going to make it that, like, every single player will have 36 character slots for Path of Exile 2. You know, by default. But the problem is that, like, so for Path of Exile 2, I did not pay for early access. Well, I mean, so I did pay for early access, but not in the traditional way. Like, the way that everyone else paid for early access is that most people just paid for the, like, the $30, whatever it's called. I don't know if it's called supporter pack or what. But, they just paid for the $30 thing, or they got one of the higher tier ones, depending on how excited they were to play it. But for me, like, I'm such a long time supporter of Path of Exile that, like, I did not have to. I didn't have to pay to play this game. Like, like, they gave me a key because I've given them so much money over the years that it put me in the range of, like, like, you're just in the game. Like, no matter what, like, you get to play the game without having to give us any money. So, so as someone who, like, is that much of a like supporter of grindier games, like when, like, you know, like I played this game and like and ran into all of the issues that I ran into with my, you know, first with my my witch hunter, and then with my eventually with my acolyte Chula. It's like, you know, like if I was like, in order for me to break the character limit, I would have to give grindier games more money. And I'm not going to like talk about like, you know, the amount of money I spent on this game, but do understand, like, you know, but you can look up how much money you need to have spent on Path of Exile over the years in order to, you know, have been invited to play this game without having to pay for one of those packs. So you can look that up to see how much money you know, I've spent to have, for that to have been the case for my account. And so for me, like, even though I've spent that much money, like, I have no interest in giving grindier games a cent with the current state of this game. Like, you know, like that, like that's how disappointed I am in them, in like what they've done here so far. No. I'm so incredibly disappointed with grindier games with the current state of this game. Because don't get me wrong, it's not like I hate this game. Like I do enjoy, like, you know, like, I mean, like, what I'm doing right now, this is very cool. What I'm doing right now is very cool. But there are so many things that they have said over the years about what this game is supposed to be, and what they've been working towards with this game. And I've gobbled up all of that content. You know, I've watched all of those streams. I've sat down at my desk and listened to all of those interviews. I know every single thing that's been going on that they've been talking about for all this time.
Greetings.
And the end result was that they were lying. Just straight up lying. Like, not maybe they had just had like people misinterpret things that they said. Like, no, like it's actual lies. They actually just lied to the community for reasons that I cannot comprehend. And, you know, like, and I've said before that, you know, like, it's entirely possible that they didn't intend to lie, that it was that, you know, like, Jonathan and Mark are just so busy with their roles, you know, managing the game, that they just had to take, you know, like, when they were having, like, their daily or weekly, however it is they do it, just team meetings, you know, in regards to the state of the game, that they just, like, were taking everyone's word on it as to how, you know, how the game was coming along.
Sorry,
You know, it's entirely possible that's the case.
I will treasure it.
You know, they were, you know, like, they originally were intending for this game to be a certain way, and they were hoping that their developers were making the game that they, you know, that they were, you know, they believed they were making, but because of just, you know, restrictions on their time, they themselves were not able to actually spend any time verifying that the game they told people they were making was the game they were actually making. Now, that is possible. I mean, it's not an excuse, obviously. You know, if you tell people that something's a certain way and it's not, then that's just lying. You know, there's no, there's no prettier face to put on it. It's just you lied. Even, like, maybe if, like, even if you're uninformed, you know, like, you are a liar.
But dear me, what a desperately boring home.
So, you know, like, so I accept that, you know, like, that there's a possibility that that is what happened with this game. It's just, it's not a good enough reason for me to say that, like, I can justify giving them money with the current state of this game. I can't. I cannot justify giving them any money. And once again, like, it's not like it really matters. Like, you know, the amount of money that I've given them over the years you know, is the equivalent of like me having paid for like, you know, like some dozen number of people to have played this game and given them money. You know, like some amount of people, some few dozen amount, like some few dozen people who have been playing this game free to play and have never given any games money. Like I've comped the, like those you know, like I've comped their part, you know. like I've given them a lot of money, so it's not like it matters whether or not I give them money, but it's like for me, like, you know, like I can't give money to people that I don't believe deserve it. And Path of Exile 2, I don't believe deserves money right now. And yes, I understand that, you know, Path of Exile 1's Event League isn't giving Path of Exile 2 money, but, you know, like Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2 are developed by these same developers. So, yeah, like, and, you know, and as we know from that update they gave us for why there is no a new Path of Exile League coming anytime soon, Path of Exile 1 League coming anytime soon. Like, you know, it is literally the same developers. You know, all the people working on Path of Exile 1 are the same people working on Path of Exile 2, and vice versa. Yep. Okay. The stream didn't go down. Like, I saw that chug there and thought something was happening. I mean, like, you know, I love this stuff. I absolutely love this stuff. You know, like playing these kinds of games, this is my jam. Like playing any games that gives you like lots of build variety is my jam. But once I've played as this character, I will have done everything that you can do in this game. And I'm sure like, a lot of people will be like, no, you haven't done everything there is to do in this game. You've barely even touched endgame at all, which is true. But I don't care about endgame. I've never cared about endgame. I've never cared about endgame in any of these games ever. Endgame is extra stuff for you to do, and sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, and I don't care which ends up being the case. Like, endgame is for people who like don't have an interest in playing games other than the game they're currently playing. I literally have hundreds of games that I still haven't gotten around to, and many dozens of games that I'm still in the process of finishing that I haven't finished yet. So, endgame means nothing to me. I guess the career is for some people, it is the nothing for me. Like one of my best friends is like a pretty popular YouTuber. And like, you know, like he's gotten like in the last I'd say like 2.5 years, he's gotten really into Path of Exile. Like really into Path of Exile. Like, you know, he has a second channel now that he uses to post Path of Exile content. and he's just like full on in the like the Path of Exile life at the moment. But like but every time like I see him like post like do like a stream or something for Path of Exile 2, and he talks about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing this game and this game, and he talks about like because his main channel is a channel where he talks about gaming news and drama and gaming and stuff like that. But then like he talks about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like playing this game and this other game and these games. And like I see these, I'm like, you're not going to be playing these games. You're never going to play these games because you're playing Path of Exile. Because you can't play Path of Exile and also play other games. It's the paradigm. Like either you play multiple games or you play Path of Exile in endgame, and that's all you do. Because you can't play Path of Exile into endgame and have time for any other games. That's just the way it is. Like Path of Exile, it disrespects your time. It is the most disrespectful game in history. I mean, obviously, like that is what like a lot of people who play Path of Exile, like that is the reason why they play Path of Exile, is because of the fact that they want to disrespect their time. But but like if you are someone who like has goals for for the games they play, like, oh yeah, like I really want to finish this game, I really want to do this in this other game, or like if you have aspirations for other games, then Path of Exile is not the game that you should ever play. Because Path of Exile is not designed for you to casually like browse it, I suppose.
Even the darkest corner is ablaze. How festive.
Yeah, this is not a perusal game. Now me, I'm able to play Path of Exile very casually. Like that's my whole thing, is being able to play the game casually. Unfortunately, like there's a lot of people out there who don't understand what it means to play games casually. And so they think, oh yeah, casual is that you only beat all of the pinnacle bosses one time per league, Like there's people who think that's what casual gaming is. Yeah, which is crazy. That is insane. There are people who think that like that kind of thing is normal.
Sorry, I was
casual means you have time to mess around with a character for a little bit. But like like actual casual means that like you'll probably get halfway through the campaign. That's what actual casual is. Actual casual is like maybe you'll have time to like try out a skill that you didn't try the last time you played the game. Casual is casual. Casual is like you don't have time to play the game. Like it is something that you do on occasion. And if you're doing it on occasion, then you're not getting to endgame. Because that's not the paradigm of Path of Exile. Path of Exile is not designed for like people who like who go and play the game on occasion. Like and it's a big problem. It's a very big problem with the culture around these games, because now you have it to where I guess like, oh yeah, like I'm casual. I only play I'm only on like tier 8 maps right now. Like that, like there's people who they say things like that, and is probably not even true. They're probably not even that far along. But they have to like say these kind of things, like for the community to be like, oh yeah, like I believe that you play the game because you said that. You know? Like it's very sad. The sad state of affairs that like, you know, like it's like so elitist, like this genre. Like the people who follow this genre. You know, like, and I'm fine saying these things because I don't give a shit if anybody likes me. That is not why I do this. And I started making videos because, like, you know, like a buddy of mine, you know, the same buddy I mentioned who has like a pretty popular YouTube channel. Like some years back, he wanted to do a podcast, and like so like I was helping out, like doing like tech for the podcast, and then eventually they asked me to, you know, to sit in on it, and then so, you know, so I became part of like the podcast group, and then like, you know, like, but, you know, like the thing that I was interested in was the tech stuff. So, you know, like I created like the website, and, you know, I made it that, you know, like every time they uploaded a new episode of the podcast, you know, like it, like, you know, you would get, like, you know, like an entry on the website would be created, and also like the, you know, the podcast, what are they called? RSS feeds and stuff, like, you know, would get updated, so that way, like, you know, like, you know, you could go and listen to the podcast on, you know, in those places. Like, you know, so like that was the thing that I was interested in doing. Like, you know, like just like making it that, like, you know, that stuff would always be up to date, and, you know, like, and automated in a way that, like, you know, like you could just have the podcast going without having to think about it. But, you know, but like eventually, like they wanted, like, you know, like everyone to do some like content stuff. So at the time, you know, like that was like after I've been unemployed for a while. You know, like, and, you know, again, like I said, like, you know, back when I was unemployed back then, like I was like super like degenerate in how I played Path of Exile. And so, like, you know, like the only game at the time that was relevant, that I had any, you know, any, like reason to make content for, like, was like Path of Exile tutorials. So I made some Path of Exile tutorials, and like that was like, you know, like, you know, they weren't good because, you know, I had no background in making videos. I had background in, yeah, programming and website, creating websites, and, yeah, that kind of thing. You know, so I made some terrible quality Path of Exile not build videos, but Path of Exile tutorials on how, you know, just how to get into the game, play the game, the basics of the game. And then, like, I didn't, like, you know, like, I think I'll do after that, like, you know, like eventually, like, you know, the podcast fell apart because nobody else wanted to actually do anything. So, like, I just, like, you know, so I like, but, you know, but like the YouTube channel, like, was my YouTube channel, not because I wanted to be my YouTube channel, but because when, you know, he already had his own YouTube channel, you know, and, you know, never got around to like making like a secondary one for us to upload other stuff to. So it just became my YouTube channel. And so that's why, like, you know, like the like if you look at, like, to this day, like the banner and the banner and logo, like, those are from the podcast. You know, like, I've been meaning to rebrand this channel for years. You know, like all those like little characters you see in the banner, like those are all the people who are in the podcast. And, you know, like only one of them is me. I'm not gonna say which one. Yeah, but like so for me, like, you know, I don't care. You know, like I have no interest in being, again, being liked for the things I say in videos. Yeah, like I'm just interested in like the stuff that I like, which is systems and games. You know, that's the only thing I care about is, like, in terms of video games, is systems and games. You know.
I will feast on your soul. Another corpse to serve me.
Yeah, because, you know, like, and as I also, like, I tend to mention a lot, you know, like, a reason why, like, you know, like all of a sudden, like, I started, like, uploading a lot when, because my original, so, like, you know, those original Path of Exile tutorials, those videos I uploaded, you know, back in, like, 2013, 2014, and, like, and you can't see them on the channel anymore. They're still there, but I made them private a long time ago just because of how bad they are. So, like the reason that, like, I started, like, really, like, doing YouTube content, you know, in, you know, pretty much, like, right when COVID happened, is because, like, right before that happened, something really bad happened in my personal life, and, you know, like, it made it that, like, I am just forever furious in a very unhealthy way, and I'm never going to be okay ever in my life. I'm just always angry all the time, and so I need an outlet, and that's the reason I make content. You know, like I don't do this because I'm interested in getting popular on YouTube. I do this because, like, if I don't have something to do, then I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to actually lose my damn mind and maybe do something terrible and violent someday. And so I do this.
None can oppose me.
Yeah, if there's any justice in this world, then those people are going to get their comeuppance someday. Just big karmic, flashback's not the word. What's it called? Backdraft. A big karmic backdraft. I do hope karma's real. I do. Because I hate being angry, and I lived almost my entire life without ever being an angry person. And so, like, you know, like, going from being someone who was never angry to being furious all the time in the most aggressively toxic way possible because of the situation. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate being mad. And all I can do every day is just be mad. And you understand, like, what I'm saying, like, this isn't, like, some kind of, like, excuse for, like, oh, I'm only bad at this because I'm not trying to be serious. You know, it's not something like that. It's like, you know, because, like, the reality is, like, you know, I have improved quite a bit. Like, this, like, as funny as that sounds, like, you know, like what you're hearing now is a far cry from the way I was when I started. Like, me, like, not talk, like, you know, going, like, long things, like, you know, long stretches without talking. Like, that is something that I need to improve on. But, you know, that's something that, like, I'm actually incapable of, like, fully ever getting past. Just because, you know, like, my brain doesn't work right. Like, you know, like, which you'll see in the stream a lot. You know, like any time that you see me, like, go back to town and then, like, the portal closes before, like, I finish doing whatever I'm doing. Like, you know, you always hear me get frustrated about it, and the thing I get frustrated about is because I know that, you know, like, it was my fault, because, like, I can't tell, like, you know, like, my brain is unable to process, like, the, not the passage of time, but, like, is unable to, like, recognize the amount of time I'm spending doing something, you know? And it makes me very angry at myself for the fact that, like, it's something that has always been a problem my entire life and that I've never been able to get better at. Ooh, code resistant guy.
A beautiful murder. Too soon.
Here we go.
No.
Okay. We have that storm rune. Now we can head back to town. Invest these points. Use that book.
It is good to see you.
Quickly.
Yes? I've collected these over time. What do you think?
Okay, no quality here. Okay, this one has potential.
Blades serve you well.
Boy, here's what I got. A fine choice.
Yeah, saw the quality.
If you find a pint out there, do bring it back.
Dang. I mean, yeah, we got 3 bad ones, so we can just reroll that right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop using these until I get like 50. Because I go through those really fast. Well, it is what it is. Okay. So from here... Yeah, so no direct access cold except for this guy up here. And the notables are for ice crystals, which aren't something we're going to be worried about. Yeah, no direct access elemental either. Like we can grab spell damage and just uninvest from it later. Because that's 40% more, right? Yeah, we can get 40% more damage from here. Well, 50% more damage from here. I mean, we need to be building our stat pool up. There's an elemental thing here. Increase cold exposure. And what's important is how close something is to the freeze clusters. We have freeze here. We have some freeze buildup in there, and freeze buildup right here. So this is actually the best one. Yeah, because going for this one, we're really just going there for the cold damage. Yeah, because 65% increased freeze buildup from going over there. And 65% from here also. Plus getting the damages and an additional 24% from here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Like I've gone. Like I could have swore there was some on on this line here. It's right there. Yeah. So we don't have to go off at all in order to get to that one. There's no damage here though. It's just a freeze buildup, so we don't need it just yet. And it's more cost effective to go through here to get to these. Yeah, so we're going to be passing by some crit chance, some energy shield. Yeah, we can go that way instead of that way. Be the same number of points, but we can grab this spell damage here as well. And just for the extra damage while we're filling out our cold stuff. Which, mind you, like I don't actually know that what we're doing is the best option. Like I will be respeccing once we get to level 33. Which is another reason why I'm grabbing up the elemental stuff. Because like the elemental stuff I don't really need to respec. Like the elemental stuff because because whether we're cold or fire, like this is applicable. Same with these. But I may need to respec out of these. Well, I mean that's for a freeze buildup. Like anything that's specifically cold. Well, that's interesting. So extra cold damage as extra fire damage against frozen enemies. Huh. So will that just give us extra cold damage on top of cold damage then? I wonder. And that might be a double dip. That'd be awesome if that's true. Yeah, but we may need to... Actually, but because of that, we may not... The only thing... Like, if I grab the spell damage, that's the only thing we would need to spec out of them. Because we're not really going to be... specking into... cold damage by doing any of these. Now, because cold damage is the thing that that we would have to spec out of. Yeah, so let's just go and we'll go 1, 2, 3. So that's 20%. So we might as well just grab these. Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to go like 1, 2, 3, and then 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Again, it's basically we're going to be filling in each of these, like all of these and these until 33. But at 20, all of our stat investments are going to be strength instead of intelligence. Now we got that. Yep. See what I said? I said it. I said it. Yeah, my brain is so messed up. It is so messed up. Incredibly annoying. I just can't tell how much time I spend doing these things. Yeah, but I think we were done. Like, I think we had cleared the whole place, so we can just skip everything and go straight for the boss. Oh. What are we at right now? Yeah, we don't have fire.
A beautiful murder!
Yeah, let's head back. Now we're gonna need fire resist here. First thing, go switch over to this one. Okay, we have this ring here, which gives us some physical damage. Extra fire and lightning. Extra lightning and physical damage to attacks. Oh, which, you know, isn't... It doesn't do anything for the character right now, but for later that might be good. Yeah, so we'll swap out this guy. I don't think we need that for anything, right? Yeah. No, we don't need that ring for anything. Yeah, so we'll pop on this guy. And you can't technically wear this right now. That's interesting. This two-handed mace is level 11 and requires 27 strength. This two-handed mace is level 14 and only requires 11 strength and doesn't have anything that reduces the attribute requirement. Why is that? And this is so much stronger too. Item level 11. Item level 20. Weird. That is weird. Yeah, because we can technically bring this in. Because of how weirdly low the strength requirement is on this. Yeah, let's do a lower level rolling stam. Fires 9 strength, and the level 3 requires 16 strength. And we're sitting at 14. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do level 2. Level 2 rolling slam. Golden Fusion and the Biting Frost. Yeah. Need a level 1 and the level 3. Yeah, it's too bad we can't like collapse certain categories. So Biting Frost. There we go. I am? I thought it only... Oh, I see. For some reason I thought that was... like that one was for attacks. Which is the other one that was for attacks? That was Ice Bite. Okay. Yeah, so it actually does more damage than Frostbolt and Ice Nova.
Insolent wretch!
we can use that to mess around while we're making our way to the boss. Oh, okay. We are here. Yeah, so no more hammer.
Don't do this. Stop. Just wait. Surely we can.
You should have done earned the stake, witch.
Great will take you, bastard!
My would-be executioner.
Too soon!
Get down here! The guillotine drops. Justice will be served. The guillotine drops.
I will feast on your soul.
Kill our criminal. Be crushed. The guillotine drops. Kill the criminal! Your time is up. The guillotine drops.
Get her, brother.
And so
You're out of here.
who is the true master of death? I will feast on your soul.
Okay. Easy, easy. Hey there.
The manor must be near.
Okay. Cleared up that spot. Now head back to town. Yeah, unfortunately, that internet issue cost us like 20 to 30 minutes off our time for today. And we're still definitely going to be able to finish Act 1, but whether or not we're able to get anything done in Act 2 is up for question now.
How can I?
For what it's worth, it isn't worth. There is only one enter.
Take. It is good to see you.
Okay, so this quarterstaff. Little extra physical, some dex. No. Nope, nope, nope.
Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming. Be careful.
All right. Let's tear through this place. I'm not sure how I managed to do that. Did those two like back to back. Weird. Actually, you know what it probably was? I probably got slowed while I was doing the first one. And then it wore off like right at like the tail end of the cast. So then the second cast was much faster than the first cast. That must have been what happened. That's really cool to do. Storm Ruin. Okay, that's what it is. Like, it wasn't a slow thing, it was that I was moving forward when I was casting.
Death is my power to wield.
Yeah, that's definitely the most overpowered playstyle you can do at this point of the game.
A beautiful murder.
And we got a melee surprise for anybody who actually gets that far. Playing this way makes me wish that there was a support that, that made it that when you shatter enemies, they damage the enemies around them. Like, I'm pretty sure like there is something that does that in Path of Exile, but I think it's just Cold Snap. I think only Cold Snap causes that to happen. Sorry, Path of Exile 2, I should say. Yeah, we need to fill in that part. We're almost at the checkpoint, so once we get the checkpoint, then we'll go and fill that in. Here we go. Are you standing right there the whole time? Okay. Now we can checkpoint over.
A beautiful murder.
Okay. That's all of that part. Pull up.
How can I advise?
Hello. Stay safe. Please, take your time. It seems shadows haunt us both.
How can I help? You'll survive well in that.
Okay. So right now we're at 53 cold, 34 fire, 31 lightning.
A beautiful murder!
This is an oppressive amount of power. No enemies in this area. Weird. Yeah, none whatsoever. Huh. It's basically there were like some enemies right here, and then all of this was clear. Very strange. Just fill in that, and then we are heading into the manor. Yep, nothing there. There's probably someone there. Alright. This place is cleared out.
Here I come, big bad wolf.
And while this isn't going to be the reason why most people like playing this character, like one of the things like I really appreciate about like doing this particular build as the witch is that like in Path of Exile 1 and 2, the witch is the only one of the playable characters that is like unequivocally on the on like the evil morality, like you know, like properly placed on the evil morality scale, you know. Like the witch is chaotic evil, you know. They aren't neutral evil, they aren't lawful evil, they are chaotic evil. Like the shadow is true neutral. The shadow actually, like I don't quantify the shadow as being evil at all. Like the shadow is just true neutral, like you know, pure like just self-interest character, and nothing he does is for the purpose of like serving a cause, or you know, like I'm doing this just because I feel like it. Like it's just, this is a means to an end, and that's all this is, and I don't really care one way or another like what the like I don't care who it is that's, you know, that's paying my bills, as long as they get paid. Which is why, like, you know, in most cases, like, you know, like in, like when people like tell like good narratives, you know, like good like fantasy stories and stuff, like almost always the villain is very rarely actually evil. Like the villain is almost always a true neutral character, because true neutral is much scarier than you know, than actual evil. Yeah, but the witch is an evil character that plays into the fact that they are evil in like the most cartoonishly ghoulish way. So like when like you hear the witch go and like do their call outs for like basically like the witch is always like, oh, you thought you were evil? That's cute. It's cute that you think you understand what evil is. Where, like, you know, like the mercenary, like mercenary, I would quantify as neutral good. Like the way that they have the mercenary portrayed, I'd definitely say like he's supposed to be neutral good, not true neutral, but neutral good. You know, so like, you know, obviously as a mercenary, you know, everything he does, you know, like he does everything he does for self-interest. But he has a view on the things that he does, and he doesn't like that the majority of the things that, you know, he is being paid to do are evil.
He's even more insane than when we last met. Another corpse to serve me. A lovely creature.
Like the monk, I would say, is lawful neutral. No, he's not lawful good. He's not lawful evil, but like, he's definitely a lawful character. You know,
I think
like he
not.
has a creed that he stands by. You know, that dictates the things that he does. You know, he is a servant of the dreamer. Yeah, but he isn't particularly vexed by like morality, you know, like he doesn't really care. I mean, at least, you know, like from what we saw of him through Act 1 and 2 and however far we got in 3, which I think we got most of the way through 3. Yeah, because we just had the Apex of Filth, Temple of Kopek, the first area, the Agarat, and Black Temple or whatever. We only had those areas left, so we saw like the majority of the things that the monk had to say, and they clearly like didn't really care like one way or another, or like
It is
how
good
things
to
were
see.
happening.
Sorry, I was just...
Okay, so this armor evasion, fire and cold resist. I mean, the defenses are whatever, but custom fire and cold resist.
Stay safe, if you can.
Like, I won't mess with this one yet. I'll break my rule on that one. But like, reason I'm going to justify it is because I'm not using it out of here. Okay, so dexterity and evasion. A nice amount of dexterity is the only reason I'm keeping this one. That is good dexterity. It might be worth it to give up that. Because that makes it that we can, if we want to, put this on. Because we don't have any resistances on this. I'm giving up a lot of energy shield, but I'm gonna see. These gloves here, fire and cold. These just give fire. No life on these, so we're giving up life for 8 more energy shield. Yeah, so total loss of 8 health. No new chest piece we can wear. Okay, so that requires strength. And we're at level for it, but we don't have the strength for it. This we can put on now. And nothing there. Nothing here. Nothing there. Eight and 15. 11 and 15. Like this one, there's no life on this, which is the problem. Like if this had life, then, you know, it could offset some of the loss of all of that energy shield. This has some energy shield, but it has no life. Let's do the gloves. Ease in the no wreck. Yeah, they were not level for any of the rings that can give us strength. Actually, does the one that give us energy shield also give us? Yeah, it does. Yeah, so we can satisfy its own requirement if we just put something on right now. So let's just grab a strength necklace. Yeah, so grab you. Put that on. Now we go back here. Actually, let's compare the two. So 31, 28. This has spirit on it. This has life on it. Okay, this doesn't have any resistances though. So root that. Put that on. Oh no, but this was the one that had the strength on it though. Damn it. Damn it. And so the second we take this off, we're not going to be able to... Yeah, but we give us a bunch of life too. So that's okay. I'm okay with the trade-off. Let me just pop these in here real quick before our thing closes. Okay, now we're overcapped on cold. 39 fire, 31 lightning. I'm using the fire one, but we should use this one. And we'll hold off until we actually get to the boss room. Okay, so there's the next floor. Okay, so that's going to be the extra boss right there. Let's clear up here, then do the extra boss. Okay, nothing over here.
First ones, hear
What a
our
delightfully
laments.
sacrilegious
Sanity
creature.
recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits poised to strike, but nowhere is safe.
have my own one of those someday.
Second. Sorry about that. Needed to cough. Yeah, I mean, considering that we were using cold damage, I expected that to actually go like a lot faster than it did.
Death is my power to wield.
Hmm. Okay. On the next part. Hmm.
A lovely creature. No.
Okay. Back to town.
How can I?
It is good to see you. It seems shadows haunt us both.
Oi, what would you like? You have a keen eye.
Okay. No interesting grabs.
Yes, Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming.
Okay, nothing from you.
A lovely creature. Death, take you.
Alright. Now we can go across here.
Yes, another one. He's under there.
A lovely creature.
Okay, money room. Hey, Gem Cutter's prison. Nice. Okay. Here's the path to the end. Oh, so the next floor, which will lead to the end. Okay, that's all of it. Now we go downstairs and to the arena. They're reviving minions. You're a reviver. They're gonna get up. They're gonna work harder. 'Cause you're a reviver. Oh. Yeah, additional projectiles with that damn thing is very dangerous. Okay, so nothing here. I'm here.
None can oppose me. A lovely creature.
Yeah, those must be powerful minions. Not from this one, though. Okay, it must have been you. This one had vulnerability aura and... powerful minions? No, these are different. These have slow resistance on them. I think there's another rare here somewhere.
None can oppose me. No.
Okay. Be right back.
Greetings.
It is good to be careful.
Dexterity and knife. I'm using this one. Well, this one. Here we go. Using that one to store things that I will eventually upgrade. Okay. Nothing. Okay. What about you? Okay, there is the spot there.
Aren't you beautiful?
Okay, it's there. Nothing else in here? Okay. It is boss time. Big boss of Act 1.
Yes, more. Don't stop. The beast hungers.
Listen.
This interloper has the power we need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Not if I take yours first.
First one's iron. Run, little rabbit. First one's iron. To me, first dawn's frost. Easy prey. Oriana! Open the cage! Release the beast! Give me what you promised!
I think not. I think so much more. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye, Hunter.
You manipulative whore! How dare you abandon me after all I've given you!
Okay. Fight starts now.
Chilling frost.
You are hunted. Fang, tooth, and claw. Tortured under the moon. The pack suffered but endured. And howled now in tune. No tales were told. None new, none old. And their endless hunger grew ever stronger. Requiem on high. I smell your blood.
and I am ravenous. Desolation. Requiem on high. As night falls, winter's chill sought the unworthy through an endless night. They wither and tarry, forsaken frosts, as cold as death of Beir's misery. The pack won't forget. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Requiem on high. Freezing gale. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Solstice of pain. I will take out your heart and savor each bite. The air grows colder. Agnar the Ruined. Agnar the Impaler. As swift as death. And imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins soon chilled. Agnar shall slay again. Requiem on high. Chilling frost. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Freezing gale. Your pulse quickens. The eternal impure. With bloodlust empowered. Our Esamir endured. But soon all were devoured. In unending war. Death waited at the door. Then hour by hour. Men fell as summer soured. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Chilling frost. I smell your blood. And I am ravenous. Chilling frost.
There we go. We're down. I gotta wait for the cutscene.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment. The madness. It consumed my being.
And they need to add a skip for this.
Oriana used it against
Or maybe that's what this is for.
taken the beast. I found messages from the desert.
From the Vastiri.
Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness.
As you wish. We must make haste. Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
You've done well, stranger. The dark good luck. Be
Count Geonor, we can finally stick to the cairns.
Owner's house. You, what we just say,
So, for enacting by.
We must afflict. Move swiftly.
It is good to see you.
Okay.
How can I be of aid? The trail of corruption leads. The Countess has a...
Well,
This outpost seems to be part of a tree. Move swiftly.
So, the Marraketh. Strong-minded women aplenty. I approve.
You are seeking hyena.
Time to show them what I can do.
Two chances. Nice. We have our next points.
I need more time.
Closer. Okay. Almost there.
Another corpse to serve me.
Oh.
I will put you down. Scatter before me.
Okay. It's this guy right here. Found the boss. Like, I thought it was gonna be down here, which is why I was killing up this way. So in that case, let's just go travel back real quick.
What have you learned?
Okay. We will invest our points. So it's R18. These are still intelligence. Okay, so 3 investments in intelligence. Then we'll grab those 2 points in elemental damage. Yeah, so next time we invest, it'll be these 3 will be strength. Then we'll grab that last elemental damage and one point in spell damage. Okay. When we go into this one, we're going to want to just grab the elemental damage, the exposure, the increased freeze buildup, and the last I mean, it's additional 15% damage. I mean, so we're only going to have one elemental ailment on the enemy, but still 15% more damage for having that. Yeah, so 8 points in here. We definitely want both of those. So all of these. So 8 points and 6 points. Well, 8 points, 6 points, 5 points. And once we have that, yeah, I guess we want to go for this damage penetration here in order to work our way out of this area. Because we're going to want to start picking up armor and energy shield. Well, I mean, we technically don't really need armor. But I mean, if we're going to have strength, we might as well wear armor and energy shield. No skill speed on this side. There's one down here. Yeah, so most of that's probably on, like, by the monk area and mercenary area. Or some here too. Yeah, so warrior has some. No, I guess that's actually all the skill speed on this side. Okay. Yeah, so definitely not going to focus on skill speed then. Okay, so I'm here. Yeah, there really isn't much. Like, we have a little right here. I'm sorry, right here. No? Yeah, here it is. These little ones. Penetration. Mass damage. Okay. We have 9%. Alright, this is melee. Yeah, we can't use this one because even though it's an attack skill, it's not a melee attack skill. It's a projectile attack skill. So you can move towards here. And maybe over here. Only 21% additional attack speed. You got some over here also. That's only if you've been hit recently, though. Oh, Realm's restarting 21 minutes. Gotta hurry up. Okay, so when we get out of here, we're going to want to work our way up to here to get to this stuff. And we're going to want to grab some energy shield and head down to here to get the armor and energy shield. Attack damage. Okay, there's some skill speed in here. 1 skill speed. And equilibrium, yeah. Equilibrium isn't really useful for us. I'm not sure what that update is.
Up there, the leader of the pack.
Apparently I fired one of those up into the sky. There it goes. Is it? Flying away. That's interesting. I didn't think they'd be able to drop loot since they're infinite spawns. Toss down.
So many corpses, so little time.
Alright. We are done here.
What have you learned?
You defeat you, mate.
Gonna have plenty of time to hop on the caravan and
A roving village. How clever.
The beast is on the move. Thank you.
Hello.
okay. +3 to all skills, 8% additional attack speed, and 75% increased damage. Level 14. That's pretty good.
Do not wander. Hello.
Grab that. Grab that. No quality.
Who goes there? I only hope. Browse as long as you like. A wise choice.
No quality. No. And no good resistance grabs. Yeah. Nothing interesting.
Goodbye.
I will forget if I don't do this now. Okay. So, Invoker. Level 14. Level 11. Level 11. 16. So level 16 is Pure Lightning. Level 11 has a +1 to melee skills, has some crit chance. It's 21 to 75. Yeah, so it's more damage than this, but the +3 to all melee skills most likely will make this overall stronger. But it's 3 levels later than this one. These are both 11. Don't need 2 11s. Yeah, I'm not sure why I was holding on to this one. There we go. Perfect.
Hello.
Yeah, I can put these away. And there we go. So we are done for this session. I was hoping to have, as I mentioned last time, I was hoping to have gone a little further this time, but, we had that outage for, like, the first, like, half hour of the stream, so that prevented us from doing as much today. But next time, we will be, tearing through this act, honestly. Well, let's see. We are at 29 and 21. We need fire lightning for this act. Yeah, so definitely these gloves. Yeah, so these gloves, this chest. Possibly this hat. You'll see. This is a much higher level. Yeah, all this stuff is higher level, so we'll see what we can put together next time. We're going to need fire and lightning for this act. We will need it. And we are definitely behind at the start here. We're a little overdone on cold. And there's not really... Well... I mean, there's... Like the double rare fight. The double rare fight in... I don't remember the name, but the one that you do when you're going to get the, the cold, not the cold, the essence of water or whatever from the goddess. Like the first area of that circuit, like the double rare fight, one of the two is always cold damage. Like that's a guaranteed thing. I've fought those guys dozens of times now. And, like, there's always one lightning, one cold. So, it's not like we don't need any cold resist for this act. But as far as the bosses go, there's not really a cold boss during this act. They're all fire lightning. But, that is for future worries. That's going to be for me. Thanks everybody who stopped by to check out the stream. If you enjoyed the playthrough, appreciate the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Victus, Virus to the Maris, and bye.